Okay, welcome to our Monday morning exclusive director training. And Christy said she's not hearing anything. Christy, I think it must be oh, well, of course she can't hear me, so why am I talking to her?
I'll type her a message so you can start.
Okay, yeah, sorry about that, guys. So my name is Gretchen Thompson. I am well, I've been with Pampered Chef for 15 years. I live in Hockessin, Delaware. And my team is actually on the precipice of promoting to an executive team. So super proud of my team. We're going to get it done this month. So, but I wanted to just chat about December. And because obviously today is November 29th, and December is a very unusual month in this business. And for anyone who's been in this business for over a holiday season, you know what I'm talking about. So those of you who are here, just talk to me, like put in the chat, how does your December look so far? What, bookings, what are you planning for December? Because that's what I'm going to be chatting about. And then I'm also going to be talking about just planning ahead for 2022. So let me go ahead. I did put together a quick PowerPoint, even though I'll be honest, you guys, I forgot that I was doing this until about an hour ago. So, yeah. Okay. But I did just have some things that I wanted to share with you guys that have been helpful for me over the years. And I would love to hear back from you guys that are here as well. So December strategies. So first of all, I'm sure everybody knows it's Cyber Monday. Those of you who are watching the recording, I apologize, but I know everybody knows it's free shipping on every order today. Make sure you're making the most of this because this is really a customer service thing. Anyone can order anything and get free shipping. So it's a great chance to take advantage of that for replacement parts, small things that people didn't want to order before. And you order your own gifts for prizes. I have a director on my team who's ordering 50 of like one thing. She's going to order them all individually so that they're all pre-packaged and sent to her one at a time so she can just ship them out over the course of the next year to her guests. I thought that was brilliant. I mean, her party prizes, because I hate sending party prizes. And then go live. And this is good for any time. Go live and show the value of the products, because most of the time people are not buying because of the deal. They're buying because what you have to offer solves a problem. Okay, so make sure you're going live or sharing some way that whatever you have is solving a problem. Okay, so December do's and don'ts. Do plan when to work. For me, I am planning on getting all my sales in by December 10th. My goal is to book 10 parties between December 1st and 10th. You can start a shared rewards party today and submit it, the first week in December, and you can still, that will count as your as your December sales. Do schedule time to assess 2021 and visualize what you want in 2022. Okay, take that time to look back at the year. What worked well for you? What did not work well for you? What do you want to, change and redo for the next year? Do make a plan with numbers to make your vision happen. We're going to talk about the trip a little bit, but other things too. So a goal without a number is just a dream. Okay, so a goal has to have a number to make it a goal. Do send cards and gifts to your team or plan a holiday party. And mostly, of course, do plan time for family and fun, but plan it so that when you're working, do you ever do this? When you're working, you feel guilty because you're not spending time with your family. And when you're spending time with your family, you feel guilty because you're not working. So if you schedule your time ahead, you will not have that happen. Don't take the whole month off. How many times have we seen this happen from consultants, or maybe we've done it in the past? We take the whole month off. We're thinking, I'm just going to enjoy my family for the holidays. And then you get to January and you look at your calendar and it's blank and you panic because you want to earn that trip, right? Of course you do. Don't spend a small fortune on team gifts. You know, your team wants to know that you appreciate them. But I've seen this happen many times with directors. They'll spend a small fortune on team gifts. And really it's not necessary. And sometimes it kind of backfires. Don't think that sales and parties will magically appear. You will have to work for them. Okay. Okay. So let's talk about 2022. Like I said, take some time to wrap up 2021 and then, you know, dream big for 2022. The trip announcement is December 9th. The directors are going to hear about it on December 9th. Okay. Plan a team meeting for that night so that you can roll it out to your team and then make a plan for yourself to get there. Listen, if your goal doesn't wake you up at night, it's too small. If it doesn't make you want to like throw up or pee your pants, it's too small. Like you have to, most of us, this is what we do. We think about what we want to achieve. And then the safety part of our brain kicks in and goes, well, you can't do that. You've never done that before. And it, like, you start to like fear and everything. And then you start to back off on your dream and you think, well, I'm just going to aim for, you know, 2 parties a month. And you know what that does? It completely demotivates you so that you are not waking up in the middle of the night, so that you are not fearing. Your goal needs to scare you. Okay. All right. I'm just looking at the chat here. I hope Christy can hear now. Is she still here?
She said she couldn't, but
okay,
she's here. So I'm wondering if she figured it out.
Okay. So I'm seeing, yeah, you guys have some parties booked. That's good. And it's not too late to book parties. I mean, that's the beautiful thing about the virtual world, right? Like we can book parties to start tomorrow. Or 15-minute express parties. And even if you didn't have any parties for December, you can get them now. Okay. Okay. So let's talk about some booking ideas, because if you have no bookings, you have no business. Now, these are some things that have worked for me in the past. And I took a snapshot, a screenshot of me with these reindeer antlers on right here. This is something I did last December. I've actually done it for the last 2 Decembers to book my January, and I call it the 12 gifts of Christmas. And you guys are all directors here, so you probably have, like I do, what I call like my warehouse in the basement, which is like packed full of all these products. My kids were home this weekend and my daughter went down to the basement for something. She goes, Mom, can I take some of that stuff? I'm like, please, like take all of it, take any of it. I'm like, I have so many boxes down there. But so here's what I did. And you do have to advertise it ahead of time. You want to send out an email, you want to post about it on your personal profile and on your VIP group. But I took 12 bags, 12 gift bags, look like this. Okay. And I put inside of them an index card with the name of a product on it that I happen to have in my basement. Now, you do not need to have an extra one of these. If you have, you know, if you can think of something that you want to give away, let's say you wanted to give away, you know, the Italian herb bread as a gift, but you didn't happen to have it, you could just write it on there and then you're going to add it to the host order when you redeem that for that person. But so I wrote down, and I actually wrote it backwards so that when I held it up during my live, it appeared correctly. And I even went so far as to print, well, it's an 8, so you can't tell, but I printed 2 sides of this. So one of them is actually backwards, same thing, so that when I went live on my page, it would appear the right number. So this took me about a half hour to go through, but I had 12 bags like this. Okay. Every one of them had a gift listed in it. And I had that gift in front of me and I was selling that gift. Like you can see in the picture, I've got the rock crock there. Like I had an extra rock crock. It's $125 value. I didn't care. I was going to give it away. Right. So I'm holding up the rock crock to the camera. I'm telling everybody like how they can use it. It goes from the stovetop to the microwave to the oven. You know, you guys know how to sell products, right? So just sell the product and then explain that when they book their their January party, they are going to get their choice of which number bag they want. Okay. I had last year when I did it, I actually booked 13 parties for January. Okay. It does cost you a little bit if you're having to send these things. A lot of my people were local, but you're also going to be able to most of them, just add them onto their host order. Okay. Does that make sense? I get a lot of questions about that. Do you guys have questions?
So do they know what's in it, or is it a random?
So some of my directors, they make it a surprise, but I actually, especially like in my VIP group, Morgan, I posted the list. I was like, here's the list of what's in every bag, because it took me a whole half hour to walk through it. So when I started my video, I had people jumping on right away to say, I want bag number 9. And I held up a date. You can't see it in the picture either, but I had a whole list of dates that I was offering. Now, of course, we're doing virtual parties, so I could really do one anytime, but I was requiring people to pick a date in order to pick a bag. Okay. And then when they picked the bag, I took the index card, or I put a Post-it note on the bag with their name on it so that I didn't forget. I also had my husband sitting there with me because he was monitoring the comments, because it went so fast and so furious. And I'm talking about all these products and people are like shouting out numbers. So he was like my secretary taking notes. Any more questions?
So did you like do with qualifying party or anything like that? I mean, what
Nope.
if you send them out and then
I don't think maybe I did. I think maybe I said, you just have to make sure your party gets to 200 or something. I wasn't sending them out unless the party qualified. So, truth be told, if I had somebody who worked really hard and tried and just for whatever reason didn't get there, I have so much stuff in my basement. I'm like happy to send it out. I'm like to the point where I'm like, I don't care. Somebody just take this. Right. But I mean, you're creating a buzz is what you're doing, and so there's probably going to be some loss on one end or the other, but then there's going to be some huge gains too. In fact, here's a funny story. I was doing this, and one of my friends, she's a former pastor at our church, and she never hosts parties because she's like, yeah, if I host one party, like everybody's going to be asking. She knows so many people, right? She was watching the video and she had no idea what I was doing. So she just shouted out a number. And I was like, oh, awesome. Debbie's going to host a party. I'm so excited about that. And then she messaged me later. She goes, oh my gosh, I had no idea I was like booking a party. But she goes, but there's no way I'm going to go back on my word now. So I will do this. And she had like a $1,500 party, booked like 3 parties from it. Every single one of them has been another $1,500 party. So if I have to give away, a $40 item to do that, then I'm totally willing. Yeah.
Gretchen, did you do this on your personal page or on your VIP page?
I did it on my personal page. I get nothing on my VIP page. I'll be honest. Every time I go live there, if you guys have any tips on that, every time I go live in my VIP, I get like 1 person watching. So I just do it on my personal page and I get really good feedback from it. So because it's fun, I'm wearing reindeer things and, being crazy and yeah, I just keep it fun.
So Gretchen, was that for December parties last year that you did it for? I
use it for January. So, but you can certainly use it for December. It's early enough now that if you want to do it now, then do it. If you need a bunch of parties for December, if you're trying to earn the trip for this year and you're, trying to get 6,000 in sales in December so you can do that or something, go for it. And it's not going to work every time. Like I did this in July. I figured I would do like a Christmas in July thing. I got like 1 booking out of it. So don't get discouraged if you try something and it doesn't work for you. Just try it again and try a bunch of things. So another one that I've done very successfully is the single product giveaway. And that's where I don't have a picture of this, but that's where, and I just sort of stumbled on this, but I had one day, I had those extra, those Toy Story things that we used to have. Well, I don't have any little kids and we weren't using them and they were sitting in my kitchen. So I decided, I'm just going to give these things away. And I thought about like making it a booking prize or making it a blah, 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 or whatever, but they were used, right? So I just took a picture of them and I put it on my personal timeline and I was like, hey, I've got these extra, they're gently used. Does anybody want these? I got like 83 comments on that. And then the wheels started turning. I'm like, wait a minute, these people, they happen to still be in the catalog at that time. So these people all just told, I had 83 people who told me that they want something that I have, right? So I picked a winner and I didn't add the caveat like no consultants, please. I literally didn't care. I just wanted them out of my kitchen. So if I had to give them to a consultant, that's fine. Like, I don't care. I was just looking for comments. So I picked a winner, and then everybody that didn't win, I messaged them and I said, thanks for commenting on my Toy Story giveaway. I'm sorry you didn't win. I have a consolation prize for you. Host a party with me in whatever month, and you'll get them as a bonus gift with your party. And I got like at least, I don't know, 10 bookings out of that. So, and it depends on, I mean, I've done it with a popcorn maker fairly successfully. I tried it with the fall leaf pan and that was a fail. Again, not everything you do is going to work every time. So, but those are just some ideas for getting bookings outside of parties. Any other questions about either of those? Have you guys seen the Bread Buddies thing? Okay. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I'm going to set mine up tomorrow since it's Giving Tuesday. And I'm going to set it up as a Feeding America fundraiser so I can like double the funds. Because I don't know if you guys know this, you know, and other people watching the recording, but at conference, you get a ribbon if you're a donor who's donated at least $1,000 to the Feeding America campaign, the Roundup from the Heart. And that's one of my goals, is to get that ribbon, because I'm all about the ribbons. No, but I mean, it's helping people, right? Like, that's really the point of it. Okay. Let me go on to the next one. All right. Recruit like crazy in December. Okay. Now I have last year's special.
Sorry, can I interrupt?
Yep.
What was the Bread Buddies? Sorry, I put in the comments.
Oh, okay.
That I hadn't heard
Let
of
me go
it.
back. Okay. So I got this from Penny Parks, who shared it from somebody else, I think. But you're basically just looking to sell the Italian herb bread mix, because all you have to do is mix water with it. And then you're going to donate it to a food bank near you. Okay. So you're going to charge $10. It's a $9 item. So the extra $1 is to cover either, you know, sales tax for where you live or extra shipping or whatever. And if you have extra money, then obviously you're just going to buy extra bread mixes. But a lot of people have made it their goal to donate 100 of these breads. And if you donate 100, that's $1,000 in sales. So I love that idea. My team has been having a lot of success with it. Does that make sense? I couldn't tell who that was.
Yep. Yep. That was great. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome.
Mommy, can we answer?
Okay. So recruit like crazy in December. So tell me, like, in the chat, you guys, why is December the best month to join? I mean, of course, we always say that every month is the best month to join, right? But why is it best for your recruits, and why is it best for you to recruit in December? We all know recruiting fixes everything, right? And if you're struggling to be a green director every month, then the answer is recruit. Okay. Yeah, Christy said she joined in December. You start the new year with a bang, right? This was last year's special, and we do not know what this year's special is going to be because it's November 29th. But I'm going to assume that just like every year for the past whatever, it's probably going to be the extra 30 days that they give new consultants to earn the new consultant rewards. And usually there's an extra something thrown in there too. I have no idea. I have no pre-knowledge about any of this, but I'm going to assume that the December special is going to be really good. And so if you can get a bunch of people signed up in December, they're going to have 60 days to earn those rewards instead of, well, I'm sorry, they're going to have 120 days to earn the regular 90-day rewards, and they're going to have 60 days to earn the 30-day rewards. And yeah, who said it? a lot of times there's like double points in January. Now, again, we do not know that, so I can't really assume. But starting the year off with a couple of qualified recruits will really set you off for a great year with earning the trip. I know this year I earned the elite level trip in like August. I think that's the earliest I've earned it. And most of that was because of recruiting. I've had 32 signed recruits this year, I think. So, which is not, my goal was higher than that, so I'm still working, but yes, those fast track, that's a good point, Christy. The fast track directors will be even stronger because they have 120 days to promote to fast track. So definitely, you know, ask yourself, who are your successful friends? Like who do you think of as being successful in life? So don't necessarily think of people who, you know, might need money, but think of people who would be good at Pampered Chef, and think of people who could benefit. So people who have kids going to college, people, you know, who are empty nesters and might just want something fun to do. I don't know. I know you guys have all sorts of ideas of who, in fact, put it in the chat, you guys. What made you decide to join when you joined? I think right now the home office is saying it's about 50-50 people join for either free products or extra money. That's usually what it is. So it's half and half. So a lot of people just want the free products. Remember that 80% of people say yes after having been asked 5 to 12 times. But literally only about, I think it's like, I don't know, 6% of consultants ever ask more than 5 times. So you can do the math there. You can see why there's only a small percentage of consultants who recruit consistently and are the top recruiters. It's because they keep asking. Yeah, so Christy said she started so she could learn to cook. I started because I needed $400 a month in my budget. And now I'm making, you know, more than 10 times that amount. Competitive. I love, if I could figure out, Carrie, how to find those competitive people and go recruit them. I actually posted something on my timeline a while ago that just said, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how competitive are you? And I need to go back to that and like go find those competitive people, because they're going to be really good recruits, right? Because we love our carrots. All right, just some recruiting words to use. I got this one on the left from Michelle Beaupre. I think that's how I say her name. And I love this. I mean, it's just, hi, and this is somebody that you have not talked to about the business. This is totally out of the blue, but I have a special offer for you. What would you think about getting over $400 in Pampered Chef products for $79, letting me run a quick party for you and your friends, and you keep the commission on that sale? Crazy, right? You'd be trying the Pampered Chef business on for size, but if you don't love it, you keep the kit and cash and walk away. If you do love it, I'll work with you to help you have a side gig that could bring in $500 or more extra a month, but no obligation. What do you think? Can I set that up for you? So try that on people that you've never talked to about. For fence sitters, so we all have this list of these people who over the years or months, we've talked to them about joining and they've been like, I don't know, let me talk to my husband, not this month, not right now, blah, blah, blah. Go back to them. Oh my gosh, last January, you guys, I was so heartbroken. I literally had 5 of my past hosts join under somebody else, all in the same month. I was like so despondent. And what I walked away from that realizing is that I didn't, you know, nurture those relationships well enough. I mean, what happened was that they were in a party with somebody else. They decided to book a party. And then, like a good consultant should, that consultant said, hey, do you want to sign up before you know, flip your host, right? Do you want to sign up and earn the commission and the host rewards? And so they did. But go back to your fence sitters. And I will literally just say this. Did you see this? And then send the picture of the monthly special, whatever the December special is. Okay. I love to go live on my timeline and just share in a very authentic way about what Pampered Chef has done for me. So, and I know in this time of like, attraction marketing, and we've almost gotten to the point where we're like afraid to mention our business, right? Don't be. If you are consistently, pouring value into other people, you have earned the right to just go live on your timeline and be like, hey, I want to share with you guys, just like you would with a girlfriend if you're sitting across the table and having coffee together. I want to share with you what Pampered Chef has done for me and for my family. In the last 13 months, our family has paid off $61,000 in credit card debt. And if that doesn't give you chills, it gives me chills every time I say it. I'm like, I can't even believe it. But it has, and it's given me the confidence to be the person that I've always wanted to be. And yeah, I've kind of learned to cook along the way too. So just go live and share a little bit about that and do it consistently. You're probably not going to get something. If you do it once and you're like, oh, that didn't work for me, keep doing it, because the more your friends and family and your Facebook friends see your face and see you live, the more they will identify with you and they feel like you're right there with you. I get messages from people all the time who they assume that like I know them because they watch my lives all the time and they feel like they know me. And I'm like, wait, who are you again? But they're very comfortable with me. And so they either join or they host under me because they feel like they know me and they can trust me. Similar to your story, Carrie. I love it. I love it. All right. So that's just what I wanted to share, you guys. Any questions, comments? I would love to hear any other ideas you guys have about how to rock December.
Do a fundraiser or see if anybody wants to do a fundraiser. I feel like I've gotten a couple for December. People love to give, especially towards the end of the year. So why not?
Now, how do you go about finding your fundraisers, Carrie?
I did the post people did a long time ago about like, if you could donate $300 to any charity, which organization would you choose? And so that's how I got the ones currently right now. And of course, when people say no to having a party, or I talk about it when I go live in my parties to say we have other types of parties as well, including fundraisers. And I've had people interested that way too. Not as many that way, but they come.
Yeah, I love that post. I think it's a great icebreaker. I've also seen, I don't know if you guys have seen like an uptick in when I'm scrolling through Facebook and I see all these people doing these like the birthday fundraisers for certain things or fundraisers for other things. And you can message those people and just say, I can make a small donation to your cause, but I would love to do a Pampered Chef fundraiser for you that might be more lucrative. What else? Because you guys are rock stars. What else has helped you have an awesome December?
I was wishing today that they could rearrange the calendar and have Cyber Monday on December 1st.
I think
November's a bomb month. I mean, November's a really good month, but December's always a little bit more of a struggle. And mostly because I just want to take some time off,
Right.
Which there's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's
one big thing though is to remember that people shop all month long. And not everybody's shopping for the holidays. It doesn't matter what holiday you celebrate, you still need to buy things the rest of the month. And people do. So, you don't have to be doing parties. You don't have to be, working your business 24 hours a day, but just, subtle ways to let people know that your store is open. Keep posting, keep sharing about your business because people will buy things.
Yep.
And people sometimes don't care if it gets there before Christmas. So, don't assume that they're not going to need something or they're not going to want something because the holiday cutoff has already passed.
Yep.
I have a few things I can share.
Go ahead, Sarah.
Sorry, Christy, I didn't mean to cut you off. So I do a holiday open house in person. And last year, I obviously switched that virtual, but I'm going back to it this year. And I give away products every 15 minutes. I do door prizes. So they can get their name in just by showing up. They get 5 tickets. If they order, they get 5 tickets. If they book, they get 10, just make up whatever things you want. And I have all the stash stuff you were talking about, Gretchen, just out on tables. And I get all my used stuff that has been discontinued. And I have a garage sale table. I've literally had people ask if they can camp in my parking lot the night before because they are scouting the garage sale table and I won't take pre-orders for it. And so I'm bringing it back this year. I'm pretty excited about it. And I try and bring in a chair massage person and do complimentary 5-minute massages. That kind of draws people in too. And then if they want longer, they can just pay the masseuse, and then they can get tips and whatever. So that has always kind of been my steady Eddie. Like, I know I'm going to have some sales because I'm doing my open house. Obviously you could do this virtually. I did do it virtually last year. I still did every 50, I still had the same block of time. It wasn't open-ended, like 10 to 2, 12 to 4, whatever. And every 15 minutes I did do a drawing, but they had to respond within 5 minutes of me announcing online. So I had people literally pulling over on the road while they were driving to check and see if they were winning, but I had the engagement for it. And I submitted, I think like maybe a $7,000 or $8,000 shared rewards party off of that last year.
Wow.
And a lot of, it costs money. There's definitely a cost with it, with giving away those things, but it builds so much loyalty and anticipation. And again, that income that I'm going to get regardless of what happens with my other hosts in December. And then the other thing is trying to capitalize on that time after Christmas, reaching out and offering kids in the kitchen workshops because kids are home from break and moms are going crazy, right? So give them something to do that's worthwhile, or offering any kind of a workshop. Any of the power tools for people who got them for Christmas. So this isn't geared towards selling necessarily, but just offering a service, but that obviously can lead to sales and bookings and recruits as well. So just having more of that, service mindset. And I've done this for our org, even like that week between Christmas and New Year's, offering a mega party that's all about workshops, choosing a different workshop each day. Like on this day, we're going to do an air fryer workshop, the next day, a quick cooker workshop, and get the whole director team going with it. Or again, you can just do it on your own. I mean, there's a lot of ideas, but those are just some things that we've done in December to help keep things clipping along.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And you could do like similar to your holiday open house, you could do like a virtual host appreciation and give stuff away too.
That's what I did. In fact, Sarah, it was so funny because I'm like, you read my mind. I will be turning in my customer appreciation thing on December, and my personal team will be way beyond green because of that, because I did it virtually. But just like Sarah said, and I can share my Evernote too about how they got entries. My dining room is full of products I'm going to be giving away on a live on Wednesday night. And then the people that win out will they'll pay the shipping or whatever. They'll Venmo me the shipping. That's what they did last year. But, and I was going to do workshops too. So basically what Sarah said was the same things I was going to do, like between Christmas and New Year's. And even after, I think I might even do one, is it the 16th is a Thursday, like just to be able to do that. But I think the key with any of the, holiday type of things is, and people watching in your VIP group. And I think a lot of that is just announcing ahead of time, like going live, letting them know, hey, at this time, this is going to happen, and give like the little, hey, about an hour, join me in about an hour. And my giveaways, I'm going to do live in the group. My customer.
Uh-oh, I think we lost her.
Can you not hear me?
We can hear you now.
Okay, that's weird because I don't have my phone. I don't know what's going on with my computer. So sorry about that. But I was able to get a lot of the good information. So anyway.
Nice. Yeah,
Thanks.
I love your Evernote on that. All right. Well, any other ideas you guys have? What about like recruiting? Anything else that I mean, obviously like flipping your host, that's my favorite thing to do. That's my favorite way to recruit. All right, well, I guess we will wrap it up then. Thank you guys so much, and have an awesome December and finish the year strong. And I hope I will be seeing all of you in Puerto Rico.
Thanks,
Have a great-
Gretchen.
Have a great day, guys.